happening. And then this party is exactly what this is. So that was 1903 when one of the residents here was getting married, and you kind of see the bride and the groom standing right at the entrance right there, taking a photo. And the reason I really like to bring this painting up is because the rocky oak ecosystem around here. So a lot of people would ask me, Jasmine, what does Craigdarroch mean? So Craigdarroch is Gaelic, meaning rocky oak place, which is literally the surrounding area right here. So I'd like to formally acknowledge that we are currently on the unceded territories of the local people. This land was used as a place for trading and for harvesting camas bulbs and used for gathering as well. So the story of this land extends way, way, way beyond the castle. The castle is the newest thing you'll see on this land. It's 135 years old now, but it is not the most important thing. And as we go through the castle, definitely